you have to take your outside leg off of your horse, which is your right leg. You have to take it off, get on your right seat bone, and press with your inside leg, you're pressing over. Your hands control from the withers forward, your leg controls from their back. You can't press the horse only over with your leg. You have to, the hands have to help assist what the leg is doing. Right? The whole time you're on this circle, you want his nose looking softly to the left. Release him every chance you get. Say, good boy, head on inside rein. Now create the bend again. Just out left rein, good. And soften. When you're on the circle, or you're turning left, right, or you're turning, whatever you're doing, circling or turning, the nose has to be looking, or the eye has to be looking in the direction you're going. And it depends on how big the circle is. If you're doing a 20-meter circle, which is this giant circle you're doing, it doesn't take much bend, but there has to be a bend. If you're doing a 10-meter circle, there has to be more bend to do it correctly. So right now we're just doing a 20-meter bend. Lift your left rein softly. Good. Press him over your left leg. There you go. Very nice. Release him. Let him free walk now. Then you can lift your rein every now and then and say, when I let go of both reins, why'd you put your nose? So when you release your rein, make sure you don't release your inside leg. You're not pressing on it. There's a passive leg that the passive legs can still create a bend without your hands. You're using your hands to say, pay attention to my leg, but you want to keep challenging your horse. Are you learning anything from this, or am I supporting you? So you let him down. If your passive leg is on him, he starts to change his bend. You press with your leg and pick up on your inside rein. So quit doing that to me. Quit looking out the window when we get by, because I didn't let go of my legs. Then it becomes you're riding through your seat and your leg, and your hand truly is assisting what your leg is trying to do. It's an assistant. Your assistant doesn't do all your work for you. It helps it if it's not working. If your leg is not working, your seat bone's not working, you say, hey, I'm going to use my hand to make you understand what we're doing, and I'm going to let go again. We get too dependent upon our hands. We want the horse to be dependent upon our seat and leg. Good. Very good. So then it becomes a soft assistance, so he's really focusing on your leg more than your hand, and your hand is just letting key to that. Some horses can do it with less hand than others, but that's like human beings. But some people can do things real well, and some people need more help with that. Horses are the same way. Now, when you get to S, I want you to turn left and go across the center of your circle towards R. So you allow him to turn. Let him turn right there, go to R. Aim straight at R. Turn back to left again when you get to R. Once you go back on the same circle you were just on left. Lift your left rein. Let him start turning. Create bend around your inside leg. Go back on your 20-meter circle. 20-meter circle. Leg heel. Good. Now, stop right there. We're going to talk about changing directions. You have a nice circle going on. You have a nice bend going on. Remember, because his nose is to the left, you'll prevent him from turning. That's what you're doing. You're saying, I'm keeping my hands softly over here. I'm keeping my left leg on you to keep you from turning. So when you get to F, all you have to do is release those pressures. I'm right here. I'm heading towards, but I'm not going to wait until I get to F before I turn. I'm going to make a nice yielding turn into my straight line. If I've got 10 foot of horse I've got to worry about. If I got to get to here, that means I've got to do a 90-degree turn. We never ask for 90-degree turns at this point in our life. We want everything to be gradual and with a bend. This is where we're saying, okay, your nose is to the left. I'm going to blow you to R, S. But as I'm getting there, I'm going to start with releasing my feet to the inside a little bit. And here's what it's going to look like. Instead of touching right leg on the touch point, it's going to get right here. He's been around my inside leg. Right here, when I get back to my cross line between S and R, I've got to release all that bend and get my horse perfectly straight. Then I'm going to have even eye on both sides of the face. When I get to over here, I'm going to say, I don't want to right foot R because that's going to be a 90-degree turn. I'm going to start lifting my inside rein, using my right leg for a little bend, and then allow the horse to turn when I get to the point I want to. So I'm going to lift, right leg, and I'm going to allow my horse to yield back into the circle, not touching the point, because I can't touch R anymore. That would be too sharp of a turn. Now I'm going to yield back into my circle, okay? Go left. There you go. Start your circle. Forward, think forward. Always forward first. Always forward first. Now at F, I want you to start thinking about, because he's already been around your inside leg, allow him to turn and yield back into the straight line. Allow it. Allow it. Point towards R. Nice and straight. Now start touching with your right leg and lifting your right rein, which is the rein to me. And allow him to yield back into the circle. Good. Keep moving forward off your right leg. Good. And go find your circle again. Very nice. Left leg's going to touch H. Left leg's going to touch S. If he moves to the inside, you're going to get on your left seat bone and press him over a little bit. Good. Now you don't want to hang on your outside seat bone there all the time, because you're supposed to be on your inside seat bone softly. If your horse keeps cheating you and coming to the inside, you don't just get up there and hang. You press him over, then you get back on your inside seat bone. Because he's got to respect your passive inside leg while you're on your inside seat bone. Left leg is going to touch R. Good. Good. Touch point. When you get to F, I want you to turn right and go towards R. You just stop it. You're going to follow the same path you did a while ago with that nice little Y you made coming into the turn. Let him turn. Now, let him turn, let him turn, let him turn, let him turn. You waited too long to let him turn. Now stop right there. Now I'll show you exactly. You had a nice turn, but you waited too long to let him turn. This is the path you made a while ago. I'm standing in the path that you made, the little left I made. You were right on it. Yeah, I want you to go. So you're going to allow him. See this little Y here? When I make this path, every time I do this, I'm going to have a little, see that little Y? That's what I'm going to do every time. I'm never going to write the S with my left leg, because then my Y would look like this. It wouldn't be a Y. It would be a 90 degree. If I went here and said turn, I'd either go past it, so that's not a Y, or I would have to do a straight line, a 90 degree turn. I never want to ride past my touch point. So I'm going to start turning before I get to my touch point. Right towards R, straight line, and you're going to turn left instead of right. So lifting your left rein, left leg, let him turn left, and then go back on your circle. There you go, good. On the 20-meter circle now. Now I want you to focus on your 20-meter circle and squeeze him into a little trot. And trot. Touch your points. Touch your points. 20 meters. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to establish the 20-meter circle first. Establish your 20-meter circle first. Good. Lift your left rein. Touch S with your right leg. Good. Touch 8 with your right leg. You can look down a little bit. Look at your horse's face. As good as you keep your head up, because they keep yours up, but you can't. Nobody, well, they can eventually if you had 1,000 rides, but you always have to be aware of what your horse's face is doing. So when you look up, it's great that you're keeping your shoulders up and your head back, but you have to be aware of what his nose is. If he can change his nose to the outside and leave with the shoulders, still stay on the circle. So you got to say, no, I need to keep in. That's what he's trying to do there. He's wanting to change his in. So watch that nose. Good. Now, keep it trot again. Watch that nose. Now soften. Soften. Good. Watch the nose. Soften. Press him over. Remember when you press him over, you have to come back on the reins, then let go. Good. Because if you hang on a horse too long, here's what happens when we hang on a horse too long. We're trying to say, would you lift yourself up and move yourself over? If we hang too long, they're going to lose their energy. To keep the energy going, you either have to increase more leg pressure to keep the energy going, but what we're trying to do is get away from it as quickly as possible. So our job is to prevent him from ever starting to cheat you out of this line. So your job is to say, I've got to keep you on this railroad track all the time. And the second he starts to move off the railroad track, you got to push him over. Start trotting. Press him over to the right. Press him over to the right. Come back on the rein, press hard. There you go. Now, let go. Your job is to beat him out of that little drop in the shoulder and in the corner. He says, we can't blame him. He said, why do you guys riding clear over there when we're ended up over here anyway? We can't blame him. But we have to blame him for not paying attention to your age. Good. Now you're going to ride to F. Good. And walk. Quit riding. Good. Walk. Good job. Good job. Good job. Very nice. Very nice. At R, turn left. Come across towards F. Lift your left rein. Let him start to make his turn. Let him make his turn. You're allowing him to turn. Just straight ahead. You're going to lift your right rein. And you're going to allow him to turn to the right. You're allowing horses to follow their nose. You're not turning them. You're allowing them to turn. When you're on a 20-meter circle, you're not turning this horse. You're preventing him from following his nose. See, when his nose is to the right, if his nose has been around your right leg, he wants to come to me naturally. So you're softly saying, you can call it your outside seat bone, your inside seat bone close to the spine, but your hands can't be in neutral, because if they're neutral, he's going to follow his nose. Your hands have to softly be to the left. And so trotting. Good. Like that. Good. Good. Very good. You let go. Remember, the fixing, you pull him and you release him. You actually take a hold of his face and then you let go. Good. Good. Very nice. Watch his face. Look at his face. You missed your touch point at 8 because you want. As soon as you touched his face and created him, guess what he did? He followed his face. When you were looking up, he had a straight body, so he wasn't going to turn very sharp. He was still going to miss it. But you have to say, I need to maintain this bend the whole time, so I've got to glance at his face every now and then, and then ride him to your point. You're not hoping he gets to his point. You have to ride it. There you go. You have to ride him to his point. They will say, I'm going to cut this circle off. You human beings are nuts. Why in the world do I want to go clear around here when I can cut it off the path? And you're saying, because I want to learn how to guide all your body parts. Good. Good. Like it. Now quit riding. Very nice. There you go. Touch points. Touch points. Very nice. Pedal him a little bit. Good.